Hi folks, this is Klaus at Top Hydraulics. We'll show you today in one video how to both refill the pump or replace the pump. Obviously you need to refill the pump if you had a leak somewhere, and you may need to replace the pump, of course, if the pump is bad. But since it takes the same access to the pump and panel removal, we'll show you both in the same video. Here's such a pump. You can see it has a max and min line on the reservoir that shows you where the fluid level should be. And of course we ship it filled with fluid the way it should be, so it's just plug and play to install it. To remove the cover above the pump, we need to remove 6 rivet style tabs first. The way you remove them is put your screwdriver under the middle section, pull that out, and then the tab will pull out of the cover. Now here is our cover. There's 6 tabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I've taken 4 out already, doing the last 2 right now. There we go, and the cover is off. Ta-da! Okay, next step. Sadly, cut 3 zip ties. They have to be cut for access to the pump. Now we should be able to pull this foam cover up if we work around the Bowden cable here. And there we go. Here's our beautiful little pump. The fluid that one would have used for this pump is Mitsubishi 6559A074, but that's not available anymore. However, Pentosene CHF11S is almost identical, and it's available in practically all car part stores. Our favorite actually is Mercedes 000-989-9103, because this fluid, its characteristics are just like the others, but it doesn't smell as badly, and that's a big deal if you're having a leak in your convertible top. That smells up the inside of the car. Plus the Mercedes fluid is cheaper than Pentosene. You can also order that online or at Autohaus Arizona, Autohaus AZ, or Rocky Mountain European, rmeuropean.com. Or the identical fluid to Mercedes is Febi 02615. We happen to have a bottle of Febi 02615 here. I stuck a syringe in there, filled it up with some fluid. You can use a turkey baster, or you can try to just pour it with a tiny funnel. What you need to do is unscrew the 13mm hex bolt on top of the reservoir and pour your fluid into the pump. Now you will see there is a sticker on the outside towards the rear of the pump that has a max line and a min line. You don't want to ever fill this pump over the max line unless you know that the whole rest of the system is full of air right now, because it should be at the max line only when the top is down inside the storage compartment. Well, when the top is down inside the storage compartment, you can't even see the max line. Theoretically, when the top is up as it is now, then the fluid should be at roughly the minimum line. However, as I said, if you know that you still have some air in the system inside the cylinders that you just replaced, or you had a major leak and the system has really been struggling, then we can assume that there is air in the cylinders and the hoses, so we can fill this a little bit more. We can fill it to the max line, but please no higher, even with the top up. So let's do that right now. My leak was only minor, and it took me 1.5 ounces to fill this pump. Now the whole capacity of the system is far under quart, more like a pint or half a liter. We tighten our fill screw again, we cycle the top, and double check afterwards. If you have replaced several cylinders or if you had a major leak in the car, then you want to first cycle the top once after you've refilled the pump and top it off again, and then check again after several more cycles, so don't put the trim panels back in place quite yet. And, well, since I mentioned that you want to do several more cycles, please don't abuse the poor little pump. It shouldn't do more than, say, 3 full cycles in a row. That little electric motor has to work hard, and it will overheat if you try to open and close the top 10 times in a row. That will make the pump fail. To remove the old pump from your Eclipse, you want to undo 4 hex bolts, 13mm hex head, which then allows you to lift the whole pump assembly up. Before you do that, though, you could remove the Torx bolts on this end here. There's 4 Torx bolts towards the driver's side that hold the hoses in place. I'm just going to pretend that I'm removing it. Let me put it back on. After the bolt is out, you can simply pull the hose out, and that's that. Then you take the pump with the mounting plate up, and you'll see that under the mounting plate there are 3 Torx T20 bolts that fasten the pump to the mounting plate, so you get rid of those 3 Torx bolts. And then you have just the pump in your hands. Your next step will be to knock loose all the 5 connectors on the solenoids on top of the pump. So 5 solenoid wires to be removed, and you remove the connector that comes from the pump motor from the car's wiring harness. You still have to undo 1, 2, 3 zip ties, if not 4 or 5, and don't forget to put them back in the end. After you've undone those zip ties, you can turn the pump enough to loosen the Torx bolts on this end for the remaining hoses and pull each individual hose out. Now, keep in mind that each hose has a number on it. For example, up here is number 72, and that same number is punched onto the pump's body. So if you're not sure, you can always double check whether you're putting the correct hose in the correct spot. They do have to go back where they came from, otherwise your top won't work properly. So take all the hoses off, wiring harness disconnected. You have a bare pump in hand, and now you can either send it to Top Hydraulics to be rebuilt and upgrade it better than new inside for a fraction of what it would have cost to buy the pump new from Mitsubishi if it was still available. Or you can get the pump from Top Hydraulics inventory first and get the whole job done here in a couple of hours, or less even, depends on how fast you are. The way the pump ships from Top Hydraulics is filled with fluid, and with some red plugs in place, you get some spare plugs to put back into your core pump so that you can just ship your old pump back in our packaging material and not have to worry about the fluid. However, if you were to send your pump to us first, please make sure to take off the brass bolt here, drain all the fluid from the pump thoroughly, put the bolt back in place, still wrap the pump in absorbent material, then send it over, place your order with us, and send the pump over to us. Most parties do the core exchange where you get the pump like this, so you at this point simply connect all the hoses again where they belong, connect everything to the wiring harness, bolt the pump back on the plate, bolt the plate back into the car, and you're done, ready to roll.